dreaded R word, the recession. He didn't really address that. He said the economy would go through a period of transition. That, again, added another layer of uncertainty for the markets. And as you say, started off the day in the red and just gained momentum. And when you have these algorithms on these in these computers these days, when things reach a certain level, it's a trigger point and more selling. So it's kind of self-fulfilling prophecy as it goes through the day. Having said all of that, if we get a more positive headline out of the White House, tariffs go out the window, things will turn around quickly. But again, when there's uncertainty like this, people tend to run for the hills, they push the sell button, and they run and hide.
Yeah, that's so true. And so far with this administration, we have seen President Trump and others in his administration talk about these tariffs. We see a rev up of it, and then it seems like they pause, and then you'll see a bounce back maybe in the next couple of days. What's the outlook for maybe continuing to try to do pauses with other countries?
Yeah, you know, I think the overall belief is that this is going to get sorted out. It's part of the, negotiating the deal by Donald Trump that he's going to, in his mind, level the playing field when it comes to tariffs. As again, not only with Mexico and Canada, but Europe especially, and vehicles, motor vehicles, and China. I think ultimately this will have a resolution. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But the question is, how long could this go on? And if we all pay tariffs around the world, that's going to hurt the economy. Prices are going to go up, and that will make it harder for the Fed to start cutting interest rates if consumer prices start going up again. I do think in the long term, people think this is going to sort itself out. But for now, we can't really point to a time when that will be. Meantime, the concern about the economy goes on.
Yeah, and the concern is right there. I mean, you look at names like NVIDIA, who had blowout earnings, and then
yes,
you wouldn't think that they did, because, I mean, it's been on a slide ever since they reported, and you feel bad for some of these companies that are reporting this week. Another big one, Adobe, they've been getting killed the last couple quarters, so it'll be interesting to see how the market responds there on Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly. And you mentioned there's the Magnificent Seven, the big seven tech stocks, the high growth stocks, if you like. There's been a huge sell-off. I was looking at those numbers. Tesla, for instance, from Elon Musk, down 15%. The question becomes, after a while, though, they say never catch a falling knife, so it's very difficult to jump into the market now. But there comes a point when these stocks sell off so much that people say, wait a minute, this is a good stock, this is a good company, I'm going to buy it at this bargain price. That's not going to happen right now because there is a little concern, as I was talking about, with the economy, but that will happen. And again, all we need is a headline out of the White House, and things can change very quickly. We do have some economic data coming out midweek on inflation with the CPI number. If that is relatively low and nothing to worry about, that will help with sentiment. However, if it comes in hot,